All right, so Apple's iPhone event for 2020 just ended, and this video is going to be us just trying to figure out which iPhone I think I'm going to buy. Plus, stick around to the end because I think I have to give away something. I have too many iPhones. Hey, I'm Jerry, and I'm sitting here with a stack of old iPhones and my iPad. So let's take a look at the new iPhones that were announced today because I don't care at all about the HomePod Mini. So let's take a look at the new iPhones, see what's new, see which one is best, and see which one I'm actually going to buy. So starting off, obviously, with the iPhone 12, you have the iPhone 12 and the iPhone Mini. Both of these were upgraded with the new A14 processor that we saw announced last month for the new iPad Air 4. The iPhone 12 comes in 5 fresh new finishes, it says, and of course the main feature is 5G. But, most people won't get 5G, and so maybe it's faster, maybe it's not. Maybe it's lower latency, maybe it's not. Most people are not gonna notice or see that benefit of 5G for quite some time still. So just like the blood pressure sensor on the Apple Watch Series 6, it's like being touted as the biggest feature, but not really something that is super useful. The new base model 12 is a 6.1-inch OLED display, which is fantastic. So it's brought up essentially to the Pro level of last year, and shrunken bezels and shrunken flattened out sides, which is awesome because my favorite phone right here, this was the iPhone 4. Well, it still is the iPhone 4, you can see that. However, this was the best design aesthetic I think that any of the iPhones have had. And now that we're going back to that design with the iPads from the Pros from a couple years ago, the new Air, and now the iPhones, I think that's awesome. I actually got an iPhone 4 right after it was released when I was living in Vietnam and I was traveling to Hong Kong. I made the crazy stupid mistake of paying $1,200 for this phone in Hong Kong in, 2011 or 2012, I can't even remember now. And I also gave them my iPhone 3G at the time. Yeah, so that was a ton of money, but it was the only way I could get it at that time while living in Asia. It was the easiest, quickest, fastest way for me to get one. And the camera was freaking amazing. And the display, it was a Retina display. And that was the first time we'd seen that kind of pixel density in a mobile device. But obviously you can see from the pictures of the new 12 and the 12 mini that the design is almost the same, except maybe a bit flatter on the sides, but it looks amazing and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. The camera's got a nice upgrade as well. Now a f1.6 on the main wide angle camera. And then of course, that's going to allow for more bokeh and more light to come in and better low light shots. Then with video, we're also getting a big upgrade with the ability to do HDR video recording with Dolby Vision up to 30 frames per second. And then Apple showed off all these crazy abilities to be able to edit HDR footage on the phone, on the fly, with effects and other things. It's just mind-blowing what they're doing with the Apple A14, which they said that the neural engine can actually do 11 trillion operations per second now, which is just mind-blowing. Then of course there's the return of MagSafe on the phone, which apparently they've built magnets into the back casing of the phone, allowing a charging pad to snap to the back, or wallets or other accessories, and I'm sure we'll see plenty of third-party accessories for that. So that's interesting. However, disappointing. In one part of the video, they showed somebody removing the phone from MagSafe, and it requires 2 hands. Now, the benefit of a wireless charging pad is that you just put your phone on it and pull it up. Now, of course, there are issues that people have where putting a phone on and it vibrates and moves off the pad, or you don't align it perfectly and it doesn't charge. There's obviously issues with existing Qi wireless charging. However, if you're going to be sticking something to the back of your phone to charge it, and you need 2 hands to pull it off, why wouldn't you just at that point use Lightning? It would be 100% reliable, it would charge faster, and you don't have to pay an extra $40 just to get it. And then of course they also had that other dual charging pad that they showed that charges the phone with the MagSafe charging and then also the Apple Watch. But again, I'm kind of confused. Now, of course, I'm gonna buy one and I'll check it out and I'll let you know how I really feel about it. But as of now, just watching what they showed today, it's kind of disappointing. Now, if the base of the MagSafe charger was heavy enough to just sit flat on a table and you could actually just put your phone on and it would pop to the right spot and you could just pop it right off without the charger moving, that would be ideal. But it doesn't look like that's what we're getting, so TBD. So the colors, of course, on the 12 and the 12 mini are nice. I like the red, I like the blue, I like the green. The black and white, man. The red is not quite like the iPhone SE red. It doesn't look like it. It looks brighter, lighter. It looks different. It doesn't look like the thick kind of candy colored red color that I like on this iPhone SE. But I do like the blue a lot, and it looks like the green is very much like the green color on the new iPad Air 4, as you can see here. So it's kind of a minty green, and I think that's gonna be nice. So if you want your Apple devices to match, you can get the green iPad Air 4 and the green iPhone 12 or 12 mini. I really like the blue color of the new iPhone 12, and it looks like it's pretty close or the same as the blue aluminum Apple Watch Series 6. So now Apple has a watch and an iPhone that match, and they have an iPhone and an iPad Air that match, but you can't get all three of them in the same color. So that's really the basics of the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 mini. The iPhone 12 mini is a 5.4-inch OLED display. The iPhone 12 is a 6.1-inch OLED display. They both have the wide camera and the ultra wide camera. They both have the Apple A14, and they both come in the same colors with an aluminum band sandwiched between two pieces of glass. So now if we jump over to the Pro iPhone 12s, we get a stainless steel band, of course, in this light color blue. We also get that pretty bright gold color along with silver and graphite. Now these things look amazing. They look like jewelry. They look like something you shouldn't be throwing around without a case on, but you know, everybody's gonna throw out a case on it because you just have to. It's the law. Now last year, the benefits of the Pro over the non-Pro were much clearer. On the Pro last year, on the iPhone 11 Pro, you had the extra telephoto camera, where you didn't have that on the regular 11. On the Pro, you had OLED with that Super Retina XDR display. You did not have that on the regular 11. This year, I think the difference is a bit more subtle. They're both getting OLED displays. They're both getting the new design. The standard Pro and the standard 12 are both 6.1-inch displays. So it's gonna be a little more difficult, I think, for most people to figure out why they should spend the extra money to go from the 12 to the 12 Pro. The 12 Pro obviously has that additional telephoto lens, which now goes up to, I think, 62 millimeters. Yeah, up to about 62 millimeters on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, but I think 50 or 52 on the iPhone 12 Pro. So there's a few differences even between the Pro and the Pro Max this year in the camera department. The Pros do the HDR video recording in up to 60 frames per second for 4K compared to the 30 frames per second on the iPhone 12. The iPhone 12 Pro also has a LiDAR sensor, just like in the newest iPad Pro. But in this instance, it looks like it's going to be used for low light autofocus on the iPhone cameras. And of course, they both have true depth cameras for Face ID, and the Pro starts at 128 gigabytes, whereas the 12 starts at 64 gigabytes. So overall, I think that it's a little bit more difficult even for me this year. I want the small size. I wish I could get an iPhone this size that would last as long as an iPhone this size. But what we're getting is an iPhone with this design, and it's kind of like that weird interim period going from 4G to 5G, like when going from 2G to 3G with the iPhone 3G. And so it's not really something that I think most people are gonna get the benefit of right off the bat with 5G, but it'll be there over the next year or two that you own the phone, and hopefully it'll be a benefit at some point. So which one to buy? I like the colors of all of the iPhones. I like these colors, I like these colors. It's really gonna come down to just the way my brain works. And the way my brain works is I wanna have the best. Now, of course, the best is gonna be the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's got additional camera features. It's got essentially in-body stabilization, it sounds like, and then a couple of other camera features that the iPhone 12 Pro does not. And of course, both of those have the additional camera over the iPhone 12. But I know I don't want a phone that's bigger than this, because the 6.7-inch OLED display and body size of the iPhone 12 Pro Max is bigger than the iPhone 11 from last year, and I don't want to carry a phone around this big, even though the battery would be fantastic. I think the sweet spot for me, again, is going to be the regular iPhone 12 Pro, which is going to be just slightly bigger than the 11 Pro, unfortunately, but should still have great battery life, great cameras, more features than the regular 12. And I do like that blue color on the iPhone 12 Pro. It's very similar to the green, the midnight green from last year, but blue, obviously. It's kind of got a tint of blue-gray in it, and it's really nice looking. So I think that's the one. I think the 12 Pro in blue at 256 gigabytes unlocked is what I'll be getting. So as you can see, the prices obviously start at $699 for the iPhone 12 mini, $799 for the iPhone 12, and of course you choose your color and you choose your carrier, and $829 for this guy. Apparently you have to pay an extra $30 if you don't have it activated on Verizon or AT&T. That's insane. And if you jump over to the iPhone 12 Pro, those start at $999 and $1099, and it looks like if we choose a color here, and there is no additional fee by buying an unlocked version of the Pro. So that is curious. So I think I made my decision. It's gonna be the blue iPhone 11 Pro unlocked at 256 gigabytes with a retail price of $1099. What phone are you gonna get? Which ones do you like? What's your favorite color? Do you prefer the size of the 6.7 inch Pro Max, or would you prefer the size of something smaller than this at 5.4 inches for the iPhone 12 mini? Let me know below. Also, I gotta get rid of something. I have too many phones. I can't use all these. I have enough phones for testing. So I think I'm going to be giving away this red iPhone SE. It is the 256 gigabyte version, I think, or 128, whatever what it is. One sec, let's see. 128 gig. So this is the 128 gig red iPhone SE unlocked from Apple that I bought earlier this year. It's a fantastic phone. It's got a fantastic camera. It's got a fantastic screen. It's a fantastic size. It's a good phone. And if you want it, it can be yours. If you live in the US and you're at least 18 years of age, the iPhone is pretty much in mint condition. It looks amazing. There's no scratches or scuffs anywhere. It's never been dropped. And I'm going to include the Moment case and the Spigen Neo Hybrid along with that. So you have a couple of case options to start off with. And to get it, all you have to do is click the link below to see how to enter. And I will pick a winner in just a couple of weeks and send this out to you. Now, unfortunately, I searched the house for 3 hours and I cannot find the box. I have the box for all of these phones, but I cannot find the box for this red iPhone SE. So unfortunately, this is gonna come to you without a box, so I apologize. But if you're interested in getting this device sent to you, again, in the US, 18 years or older, just click the link below in the description, and I'll choose a winner in a couple weeks, and it'll be sent out to you. So let me know below what you think. Again, what's your favorite iPhone 12? Which one do you think you might get? Let me know what you would do with this red iPhone SE if you win it. Hit thumbs up if you liked it, hit subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.